Hi friends, Evolving Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for following along with our collection journey. So today is an exciting day because any day where we can open some prismatic evolutions is an exciting day. You can see here what I have is two of the surprise boxes. You may remember these. I think I remember some mystery about them when they first released about, in fact, what was the surprise. And we now know, of course, these have been out for a while. There's 4 packs of Prismatic Evolutions inside, and there's also one stamped promo card. And I have been collecting these promo cards, and I actually have all of them except one. So one of the things we're going to look for today is, can we pull out of these 2 boxes? Each box has one promo card with the Prismatic Evolution embossing on it. It's a reprint from the set itself, so kind of what makes this cool is that, again, it has this extra prismatic stamp on it. But anyway, we have all of them but one. I'll see, can you guess which one we're missing as we go through them? These are in order that they appear in the set. We have Leafeon, we have Flareon, we have Vaporeon, we have Glaceon, we have Jolteon, we have Espeon, we do have Umbreon, and we have Eevee. So what's missing? Can you guess? Yes, in fact, Sylveon is the one we are missing. You noticed we had Espeon, but not Sylveon. So Sylveon is the one promo card of this set that we're still missing. I've picked most of those I've gotten from surprise boxes I've opened. I have picked up a few of them just that have been at my local card store. They sometimes have these for sale because I did want to get a complete set. And so anyway, as far as getting my hands on these surprise boxes, as I sort of rip in, I'll take the plastic off and then we will go from there. I was out hunting for the black and white, the Black Bolt and White Flare booster bundles. So those released, I think, on August 22nd, if my memory serves me. So this was a few weeks ago. I was out looking for those. We'll take the plastic off both of these. And I went to a local grocery store that does carry Pokemon cards, and they did actually, they got an order of the booster bundles in, but by the time I got there, those were all sold out. But what was funny is that the person who was working there almost realized, it seemed like accidentally, like, oh, there's some more Pokemon cards like that we got in. And they actually had Black Bolt 3-pack blisters, a whole bunch of them. And they had these 2 surprise boxes that they had just put out. And so I really was the first person. I just was lucky. I showed up and I asked, if I could have both of them. And they said, yeah, that's no problem. And so, yeah, so I was really, and these were $24.99. So I don't actually remember what MSRP is technically for these, but obviously to get this product for, off a store shelf for $25 is amazing. Now, of course, there's always that conundrum, and maybe it's less so for me, but for some, to get this at MSRP, so you get 4 packs of Prismatic plus the promo for what it's supposed to cost, $25 or whatever. Of course, you could turn around and sell this for, I don't know what this is going for now, $50, $60, $70 for a surprise box. But of course, I don't want to be, I'm not a scalper and I'm not a flipper. And so I'm not inclined to do that, but you can understand, there is that financial incentive. And especially if someone doesn't have like the scruples that the rest of us have. It totally makes sense. You grab this off the store shelf, you get all of them if you can, and then you can turn around and triple your money almost instantly. So it is a tough time in the hobby. Now, of course, like I could rationalize that I could turn around and buy this for 25, sell this for, let's say, 75, and then I could use that extra $50 to buy singles. So that's actually a smarter way. Even if I'm still like focused on my collecting, you would just turn this around and buy buy the cards you want. You could get an SIR, a low-hanging SIR or 2 for this set. And so, because you're not going to probably, as you'll probably see, I don't anticipate that we're going to pull one. But of course, you have no chance of pulling what you don't open. And so, I don't know. And of course, it's a hobby. Like the goal here is to open packs. And so, anyway, I was glad to get these. Now, I wouldn't go out and pay $70 for one of these and open them on the channel. Then the price per pack is like crazy. And yeah, you're just better off taking that $70 and instead of handing it to a scalper to be able to open 4 packs that probably don't have anything inside, take that $70 and just buy some singles. But if you can get these for MSRP, so I'm excited. I haven't opened tons of Prismatic. I've opened a little bit. And probably more than most, I don't know, just in part because that's been, I have a channel and I try to open things. So anyway, we're going to see what's inside. We're going to open this up, and I think the promo is going to be there on top. Oh, it's all kind of jumbled around. This did not hold together very well. You can see, I think the packs are supposed to be in here, so that's not great. So we do get the 4 dividers. I found these dividers are super cool just because they have all the evolutions. You see they're both sided, double-sided here. The problem is that they're lengthwise, and I use boxes for cards that are, that have the cards oriented the proper way. So I don't have a great use for those, unfortunately. And I can see here we have Flareon. So unfortunately, I mean, I'm happy to get any a second one of any of these, but unfortunately it's not Sylveon. So we would love to grab Sylveon. So we'll set that aside. And then we do get the 4 packs of Prismatic Evolutions. And again, I'm excited to open Prismatic. Of course, we know that hit rates are really hard. I mean, I don't know that they're actually technically worse. Pulling an SAR is not technically harder in Prismatic than it is in other sets, but just when it's 1 every 2 booster boxes, but there aren't booster boxes, so you're opening packs, 1 at a time, 2 at a time, 3 at a time, 4 at a time. It takes a lot of products to open the volume of packs you would need to sort of at least expect an SAR. We have not pulled an SAR from Prismatic in all the Prismatic that we've opened. Just a regular reverse. And an ultra rare. So, ordinarily, a full art trainer would be cool, but in the Scarlet and Violet block, there's your code card. Ultra rares are really, this is basically bulk pricing. This probably is worth $1 or $2. So it's not about value always, but we definitely have all the ultra rares for this master set that we're collecting for Prismatic. The Prismatic master set is going to be a long haul, long-term project just because there's so many SARs. I think I've started to pick off some of the low-hanging fruit SARs, the cheaper SARs, as I see them out and about. There are a handful of them that are, in the $20 to $30 range, so that's kind of where I'm starting. But yeah, it's going to take years to sort of pick those off. I think there's still 29 that we do not have, which means we only have, I don't know, around three or 4 or something like that. So it would help a lot if we pulled one. Now there's an A-Spec, I would call that a hit kind of technically because you can't count on that in every single pack. But and there are with this set, keep in mind, there are the reverse hollows, the regular reverse hollows like this. There's the Pokeball reverse hollows and the Master Ball reverse hollows. So we've pulled a handful of Master Balls, none of the crazy ones. So that would also be nice to pull a Master Ball if we could do that. So I want to not take for granted getting to open a little bit of Prismatic for a reasonable price. I'm definitely not buying Prismatic. Occasionally, my card stores have had, a couple of my card stores, once in a while, they'll have just some loose Prismatic packs available. I don't know where they get them, if they're breaking down products. I don't know why you would necessarily break down a product, although if you don't want to scalp it. So just a regular reverse, another regular reverse, and just an iron boulder. So we do have one more chance in this surprise box. Again, all we've pulled so far, no reverse hollow, no Pokeball reverses or Master Ball reverses. We've pulled 1 ultra rare and 1 A-Spec card. We do, of course, get the Flareon promo card, which is not the one we're seeking, but again, I think the cost on those has come way down. Just, not that surprise boxes are easy to find, but just over the many months, there's enough of them that have been opened that I think those promo cards are not super crazy expensive. So it'd be really nice. I mean, I was kind of hoping with opening these 2 boxes, could we pull our first SIR from the set? I mean, hey, there's a reverse, it's just not a Master Ball. Actually, are there? I don't think there are Master Balls for the trainer reverses, so that's the best we can do. I mean, we'll take that as a hit. Pheasantipity, very playable card. And an Umbreon is cool. I don't know that has a lot of value. It's just a regular rare for the Umbreon. So there you go. You can see, in a sense, the disappointment. If you paid $70 for this surprise box and you end up with, $2 of cards and the promo card, so not worth it. So I would say, yeah, if, not only does it help the hobby if you don't buy scalped product or buy product that's at market price, but I understand if you want to open one of these, just for fun, but, try not to pay exorbitant prices. All right, we're into our second one. Can we pull the Sylveon is our first question. Oh, these ones are actually where they should be, which is good. So we've got we got the dividers. I don't have a lot of use for those, even though they look really cool. Leafeon. All right, so unfortunately we didn't pull the Sylveon. Again, it won't be that expensive to pick up at some point. I think even the Umbreon is not maybe that expensive, but unfortunately we got doubles, which is okay. We're happy to have it. All right, 4 packs left. We'll see if we can pull anything from these packs. Again, we have, I don't know, I haven't totaled up the number of prismatic packs we've opened. I mean, we've tried to open at least one of every product, especially when it first came out. And there are some more products coming out. I think Sam's Club has that crazy box that has, I don't know, a dozen packs or more in it. I'm not a Sam's Club member. We don't have a Sam's Club where I live, so that's out of reach for me. But it seems like if you can get your hand on one of those, it's a good value. So just a regular reverse and a regular reverse and another Umbreon. And nothing in that pack. So yeah, we have not pulled an SAR. Be nice to pull one. I don't know how much prismatic really we're going to get to open kind of going forward. Like I said, you get lucky like this. We found these 2 surprise boxes on the shelf for MSRP. It's been pretty discouraging just going to big box stores or places where I used to go hunt for cards. You know, it just is really a kind of a fool's errand, it feels like, anymore, because there's just almost never anything. And if things do show up, I think now there's enough of a back channel that like things get scooped up almost right away. All right, we got the Vaporeon, but it's unfortunately not the Master Ball. I was kind of hoping if we're going to get, especially of the Evolution, but that's just the regular. And an Earthen Vessel, not a terrible, you know, it's a playable card at least. Another Umbreon, our 3rd Umbreon. Unfortunately, it's not the good Umbreon. I mean, we're happy. There's the shiny. It's almost kind of hard to tell sometimes with these. And there's the code card for you. All right, 2 packs left. We've finally got at least a kind of semi-hit, although I think a lot of the Pokeball, just the regular Pokeball reverses, are now essentially the same price as a regular reverse holo. It's nothing special. I mean, most of these, in my experience, I haven't looked comprehensively, but it seems like most of the Pokeball reverses from this set are, you know, maybe 20 to 25 cents each, which is basically what the regular reverse is. So it doesn't really... I mean, in a good way, they're very attainable. If you wanted just to order them, you could get a master set of them pretty easily. We do have a master set of the regular Pokeball reverses. We do not have a master set of the Master Ball reverses, and I don't know if I'm ever going to seek that out. We'll see. All right, first reverse, second reverse, just a Roto Stick, and just a Pheasantipity. All right. Well, we're down to our last pack. I mean, with only 8 packs, the chances of pulling something good were pretty small, but again, you could just see the disappointment. I think this has been a set that people certainly love. It's an exciting set. It's maybe, it could be, I don't know, this or 151 might be the defining set of the Scarlet and Violet era, but at the same time, it's a pretty frustrating set because it's hard to find. It's been scalped through the roof. They have printed, I think, I don't know, it seems like they've tried to print a lot of it, but just when demand far outstrips supply, even if the supply is high, I'd kind of hoped that Prismatic over time, as they keep having these waves of product, but yeah, so I'll open it when we get a chance like this, but you know, most of the time I think we'll just be chipping away at our master set by buying singles. So this is our last moment, our last chance. Can we pull anything? We really haven't pulled. We've never pulled no double. I mean, that's kind of funny. We had 8 packs. We didn't pull any double rares, 1 ultra rare. There are no illustration rares in this set, and no SARs and no hyper rares, and really only, what, just 1 or 2 Pokeballs to it. Yeah, this is a pretty disappointing two boxes, but anyway, last chance. Make me eat my words. Oh, just a Carmine and just an Okie Dokie. Yeah, wow. We know we call it evolving cries. Do we need, what are people calling prismatic evolutions? Because this is, that's all we got from 4 packs is a Pokeball reverse Vaporeon. All right, well, that's a pretty disappointing opening, but we did get these 2 promos. We didn't even get the promo we wanted, but anyway, it's fun to open cards. I'm trying not to take that for granted. Thanks for watching this Prismatic Evolution surprise box opening, and we'll have more videos coming at you really soon.